Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news here for you, and the headline of the news reads: AGF Malami presidential aide slams Transparency International. Call them these names. All right, but before we go on with details of the news and further analysis, I would like you to please subscribe to our channel and also click on the bell icon so that anytime we publish videos like this, you can get it at the snap of the finger. All right, let's look at the news.
The federal government berated Transparency International for scoring Nigeria low in its 2019 Corruption Perception Index report. The Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami said there was no evidence to back the report by Transparency International, which placed Nigeria at 146 out of the 180 countries on the 2019 Corruption Perception Index. In an interview on Thursday, Malami said Transparency International's report had no bearing on reality at all. He said, in terms of the fight against corruption, we have been doing more. We have done more and we will continue to do more out of the inherent conviction and desire on our part to fight against corruption, devoid of any extraneous consideration relating to the rating by Transparency International. Our resolve to fight corruption is inherent and indeed devoid of any extraneous consideration. We will continue to do more and will double our efforts. Speaking from the perception of performance, Malami said there is nothing that has not been done as a nation in the fight against corruption. Nigeria slipped on Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index 2019, scoring 26%. Nigeria scored 27 out of 100 in Transparency International's 2018 report, but dropped by a point in 2019, making Africa's most populous country take the 146th position as we speak.
All right, thank you very much. And this is a pointer to the fact that the issue of corruption in Nigeria is worsening by the day. Imagine scoring 26 out of 100. It's not a good one at all. Though a lot of people, especially those who are part of the government of the day, have gone extra mile to see how they can debunk these. Even EFCC has also come out to say that there is no truth to what Transparency International is doing right now. And it really, bothers the heart to know that this negative result is meant for Nigeria. And most people believe that this will provoke a lot of tough questions, about the extent to which this government is currently fighting corruption. This is one of the countries that, Nigeria is one of the, this present day government says that one of their main objectives is to see how they can fight corruption to a standstill. But with this index result, it clearly shows that Nigeria have not even started at all, because I had my thought was that by the time they start rating Nigeria, it won't be this bad at all. And for someone like Loretta, she has made some statement, about this, calling it trash and all of that. But I just want to leave that to my colleague. Looking at the corruption index presented by Transparency International, what do you have to say about it?
One thing about the government of the day is when it doesn't go well, and they call it trash. But when it goes well, they will tell you, look at the index of Transparency International. It has been speaking good. That shows that we are fighting and the world is seeing. Now that the index has shown that they have even gone far lower than they were even expected, far lower than they even met the government of the day, it is now trash. Look, whether you like it or yes, figures, fact speaks for itself. just the last concluded election, general elections, both presidential and gubernatorial elections, we could see fraud everywhere. A lot of them, if it was done properly, who would have taken to the judiciary to sort out themselves to the point that even the Apex Bank have to, make a judgment that the whole Nigerians were screaming, how did you get these figures? They're not jiving, they're not balancing. And that's daylight fraud. You keep hearing issues, signs of how this one have stolen governors, the EFCC is mentioning names. We keep hearing the issue of a Bullion van and no one is prosecuting, nobody's asking questions, and you think they are not watching, they're seeing it. Or you can hear issues where the government of the day do not obey rule of law. You may think it's nothing, the world is watching, and you think they don't add up to affect the index. You keep hearing issues of the last massive online scam that took place in the United States. About 77, almost 80 of them are from Nigeria. It speaks volume. One country hosting so much, it's crazy. And you keep fighting even within your ministers, your appointees, your appointed, your ADs, your ministers. They have people who got issues with fraud. Sorry to say this, but I have to mention it. Even those, an average Nigerian, go online and just mention the issue of Hope Uzodinma, they'll tell you, is alleged anyway. Even this young man Jackson even came online and mentioned a lot of allegations, which we are yet to prove if it is true. But then the guy has balls for him to open his mouth and say what he said. That the present-day governor of Imo State, he said, I didn't say, Jackson said so. Ude said so. That the present-day governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, does not have certificate of that he claims that he graduated from University of Washington DC, which he never did. That he personally wrote the school, and they negated it. And this whole issue of $4.12 million of dredging in Calabar that he never did. All are pointers of the fact that even in the present government of the day, we got fraudsters, people who have fraudulent, characters, all harboring under the corridor of power. And you think that the world is not seeing, they will see, and the indexes are showing.
All right. The EFCC have also reacted to the results by Transparency International, and their reaction is they said that the result is baseless and illogical. And I believe the reason why they're saying that is because there are a lot of reforms that I believe was meant to curb the issue of corruption in Nigeria, and it wasn't there during the period of PDP ruling. Those things were not there, but it came up now, and one of it which we've seen it has helped a lot is the introduction of this BVN. BVN has helped a lot to track down on some corrupt practices, and also this case of government saying that whatever monies you have to pay, there's a single account that everybody have to pay in. This was meant to TSA exactly. This was meant to cop this whole thing. That's why EFCC is like, hey, whatever report these guys are giving is actually baseless. It does not. It's not actually what is obtainable. That is actually bogus and ambiguous. So looking at all of these, what do you have to say, considering the fact that there are some reforms that this government brought up to stop corruption in Nigeria?
I don't doubt it that they have brought some reforms. What is making a lot of Nigerians very angry as we speak right now is the fact that there's selective, prosecution. Several times, let's use a typical example, let's call names. Deji Adeyanju, when they made mention of the issue of a Bullion van with Jagaban, that's Bola Ahmed Tinubu, EFCC said, look, we can't do this. We want some sort of someone to front this whole thing. Adeyanju, the activist, said, "Nope. Is it fronted? I will write the petition. Is that what you want to do? To do your job? No problem." Deji Adeyanju took the bulls by the horns, wrote petitions, and that was the end that we heard about it. But every day, go to EFCC Twitter handle, go to their Instagram handle. They keep picking up Yahoo boys. I'm not saying they're not doing anything, but you can't keep treating malaria and you're not looking. You're just treating the surface. You're not going to the root of the stuff and deal with it. If you deal with the big boys, the small boys will go into hiding. It's normal. But when you begin to deal with the small boys, the big boys are still there fanning themselves. It's not. I'm not saying they're not trying, but I'm only saying, if you can imagine, if you're catching somebody who stole, I'm not saying they're not trying, but let's do the math here. If you're catching somebody who stole 200,000, and the two person brings that 200,000 naira into the economy, and you catch somebody who stole 15 billion, check out the math. And that 15 billion enters the economy. Check what it will happen, how it will affect the economy of Nigeria. That's what we are saying. We are not saying you should go and pick miscreant on the street. Yes, you are trying. Take the big guns, show us you are not biased. Show us that you are not, don't go picking just the opposition party.
Yeah.
Pick everyone.
I think that is,
pick everyone. Don't just selective. If you just go against, once you're no longer pick, even if the people in your minister's cabinet are having EFCC cases, fraudulent cases, don't begin to say no. Remove the immunity.
Yes.
Remove the immunity. In fact, one of the criteria should be anyone who have EFCC case file pending should never be an appointee.
All right. I think what my colleague is saying is absolutely true. The reforms are truly in place. We know about that. But the challenge here that we are having is the fact that there are selective judgment being carried out, and that is quite troubling. If you see the rate of prosecution that EFCC have had in the past year, I think 2019 has really been amazing. It's grown as much as the record of conviction is up to like 1,268, and they have been able to stop a fraud to the tune of 7.65 billion naira. But then the issue is you are running after the people who don't really matter. Imagine we have a case at hand right now, and the person is functioning in a ministerial position. I'm sorry let me just make mention of the name. I'm talking about Governor Godswill Akpabio. He's been involved in a fraud case, and EFCC are trying to, congratize, are trying to bring up evidence, empirical data to show that he has been involved in all of that. But the problem is, why should the government, somebody is in the fire as a corrupt leader, and you are appointing the person as a minister?
Are there no better hands?
Doesn't mean there are no better hands. Oga, the first thing someone like me will do, if truly you want to be so transparent, is for you to say, Oga, go and settle your case. Whenever you finish, and if we see that you don't have any issue, we'll look around and see how we can give you appointment. But for now, you have been indicted, and we are yet to know what the result will look like. Go and get it settled first. That is how it should be done. But we see, and this is not just 1 naira, we're talking about some billions of naira. Even somebody like Uzodinma, also of Imo State, just fairly recently. A lot of things have been coming up, a lot of them, though his legal defense team came out and said all of those things have been sorted out and all.
Sorted out, not settled though, but just
sorted out. Those are the things that is making this result, Nigerians to believe this result, and we continue to say that it is true, that truly Nigeria is not just did not just score I think 26% according to the ministry out of 100, but also Nigeria have been listed to be the 4th most corrupt country in Africa. It's horrible. Wake up. The truth is, wake up and fight politicians, those that are enjoying our money. Go and fight them. Yahoo boys, yes, you are doing a great job there, but look at the politicians, fight them, and all of this will be settled once and for all. I believe by the time the international community are satisfied with the fight against corruption, and even Nigerians are also beating their chest to say truly the government is fighting, this whole thing will be corrected. By next year, by the time we will see the result, we'll be so amazed. Stop saying it's baseless. There are no incidents to prove that it is true, that it's illogical and all of that. Do the right thing, and immediately you do that, everything will be settled. All right, that's where we are going to leave it. Go to our